New Smyrna Beach, Florida. New Smyrna Seaside is a town in Volusia County, Florida, USA. Positioned at the central east coast of the country, with the Atlantic Ocean to the east. The downtown phase of the town is placed on the west facet of the Indian River and the Indian River Lagoon system. The encircling region gives many opportunities for outside activity. Those consist of fishing, sailing, motorboating, golfing, and hiking. Site visitors take part in water sports activities of a wide variety, which include swimming, scuba diving, and kite surfing. In July 2009, New Smyrna Seaside was ranked quantity 9 at the list of best surf towns in Surfer. It was recognized as one of the world's top 20 surf towns by using Countrywide Geographic in 2012. According to the International Shark Attack File, Florida's New Smyrna Beach is the shark capital of the world. But lots of travelers flock to its price range pleasant beaches yearly. No matter the truth that the beach has stated approximately 250 shark assaults in its recorded history, making it the beach with the very best quantity of assaults per rectangular mile within the world. We bet a few ocean fans are comforted through the truth that maximum attacks did not bring about death. Half Dome, Yosemite National Park. Half Dome is a granite dome on the eastern end of Yosemite Valley, in Yosemite National Park, California. It is a well-known rock formation inside the park, named for its wonderful shape. One side is a sheer face, even as the opposite three sides are smooth and spherical, making it seem like a dome cut in half. In overall, around 60 people have died on Half Dome, and the path leading up to it. Hiking up Half Dome takes a whole day, in the course of which you'll climb over 1,500 meters, burn everywhere from 4,000 to 9,800 calories, and climb the final 120 meters, almost vertical with the assistance of metallic cables. And that's in which most of the issues begin to occur. Hikers are discouraged from undertaking the climb while situations are wet, because the combination of slippery cables and slippery rocks may be deadly. In fact, that the lowest part of the cliff at the equal side as Mirror Lake is called the death slabs, even if it's no longer wet and slippery. Injuries are still nicely documented. Deaths of 2011 consist of 3 hikers who neglected guardrails and fell into vernal falls, and a 26-year-old who slipped at the cables and fell 180 meters, 600 feet, falls. And drowning aren't the only dangers. There also are information of hikers being struck through lightning while trying to make the climb. The Yosemite Search and Rescue Team estimates that approximately 60% in their responsibilities contain rescuing hikers in distress. Cliffs of Moher, Ireland's County Clare. The cliffs of Moher have one of the most breathtaking views in Ireland, searching out over the tough Atlantic Ocean. Its rugged beauty is unobstructed through things including protection rails. However, the capacity dangers are a lot more than that. No longer far from the parking zone is the Cliffs of Moher Tourist Center, with their paved walkways, everyday stone steps, and waist-high stone walls protected with symptoms caution people to stay off the walls. However, the walking path extends out alongside the top of the cliffs, where it will become something a lot more deadly. High, unpredictable winds, relentless, and similarly unpredictable rains coupled with steep sections of the path. In 2006, one female was walking alongside the top of the cliffs when winds swept her to loss of life at the bottom, while other deaths occur quite on reason. In 2007, a 26-year-old mom took her 4-year-old son along with her when she jumped off the 180-meter cliff. This brought about discussions over the implementation of rules directed not only towards warning people of the risks of the site, additionally setting plans in area to assist people who visit the cliffs with intentions of jumping. Kilauea Volcano, Hawaii. If you're the type that thinks finding out an active volcano is the way to move for a holiday, you're in luck. As you've got a pair of various choices in Hawaii. Each have track information of dying. And the National Park Service really temporarily shut down the bicycle tour in 2007 after there were 3 deaths. And some of critical injuries within the space of a year. Within the decade between 1992 to 2002, Hawaii Volcanoes National Park reported 40 deaths and 45 major accidents. The volcanoes, which includes Kilauea, which has been erupting almost non-stop since 1938, are a main visitor attraction for the islands, known as geotourism. The fashion exposes people to some of dangers other than the potentially deadly lava. Just as dangerous as the apparent lava flows are the gases that are released into the air. Some of the deaths are of park group of workers in addition to travelers, and are attributed to the presence of lava haze. The haze, which seems like a harmless white vapor cloud, is truly a lethal mix of hydrochloric acid, hydrogen sulfide, and carbon dioxide. The gases, even as deadly on their own, can also increase the issues due to asthma and heart conditions. Colorado River. Whitewater rafting may be fun for the entire family. However, the Colorado River system has been plagued with injuries, accidents, and fatalities. In 2014, a part of the trouble has been due in massive part to an increase inside the melting snowpack from higher up in Colorado's mountain ranges. Heavy rains can probably add to the problem. According to the Colorado Parks and Wildlife Department, it's the big growth in melting snows that's pushing them to problem high water advisories for regions at some point of the river system. In 2007, the river system saw 12 fatalities and 176 critical injuries. And according to the state's Division of Boating and Waterways, a part of the problem isn't simply an experience and forget when it comes to wearing the right protection device, but the environment and attitude that is going at the side of boating and rafting on the river system. Mont Blanc, Chamonix. A part of the beautiful Alps mountain range. Mont Blanc, White Mountain, is the highest mountain within the range, and growing almost 16,000 feet above sea level, the tallest peak in Europe, and is ranked 11th within the world in topographic prominence. The mountain lies in a variety called the Grayan Alps, among the regions of Aosta Valley, Italy, and Savoie, and Haute-Savoie, France. It additionally holds the file because the deadliest, with approximately 100 deaths reported yearly. This high number, but, isn't always as remarkable. While thinking about what number of people try the climb each 12 months. Compare those stats to the ones of Mount Everest. Only about 200 general have ever died at Mount Everest. However, only about 4,000 have made the try in the past 60 years. Still, Mont Blanc is a deadly climb. And elements including climate, avalanches, and inexperience have all contributed to the deathly toll. The cable car, which begins from Chamonix, France, to the summit, the Aiguille du Midi, was built in 1955 and held the title of the world's highest cable car for about a long time. It still holds the report as the highest vertical ascent cable car within the world. From 1/2 meter to 3,842 meters. Alnwick Gardens. Because ordinary, non-deadly gardens lack a certain experience of journey. Jane Percy, the Duchess of Northumberland, decided to make the gardens of Alnwick Fort something more unique. While she observed herself at the head of the Alnwick family, she additionally inherited gardens that had long been ignored. At the beginning, thinking that she was going to include a phase of flowers, recognized for their recovery residences. She realized that wasn't as much fun as plants that have been toxic. The end result is a gated place at the grounds called the Poison Garden. And it's full of warnings and plants that could cause certain death, despite the fact that visitors are a surprisingly secure distance from the flowers and may actively smell or touch them. A few have fainted from the poisonous fumes which can be released into the air. At the same time as a number of the plants have a bizarre, unsettling history, just like the angel's trumpet, which acts as an aphrodisiac before its poisonous effects kick in. Other plants that the Duchess has included in her lawn have another meaning. She's included plants like the coca plant and cannabis, seeing the lawn as a precious teaching tool for the school children that come through, while a lot of them is probably bought through a journey to everyday gardens. She sees her poison garden as an excellent way to get children through plants and their houses. Skellig Michael. Skellig Michael most currently made the information as one of the filming places for Star Wars. However, it's been a lovely, remote, and fundamental part of Irish lifestyle for centuries. The site of a monastic settlement. It was selected by the monks due to its inaccessibility and hard terrain. Something that hasn't changed since its established order, sometime between the 6th and 8th centuries. It's far now an international heritage site. Visit Greater Skellig's website, and you'll be greeted with a safety video for site visitors. It stresses that there are 600 historical steps that wind their way up the side of the mountain, and there are definitely no protection features in any way. There's also no meals or water, tourist facilities, toilets, or shelter. Attending to the island means an hour-long boat journey throughout potentially difficult open ocean. And it's not uncommon for landing on the island to become not possible due to high waves and choppy water. The place is especially susceptible to falling rocks. However, that's now not the best hassle. The stone stairs, greater than 1,000 years vintage, are tough, uneven, and meandering. 2 deaths only months aside in 2009 sparked a review of the protection situations on the island, despite public outcry. The simplest actual protection measures taken consist of signage and a handout that specifies the risks of slippery, wet stairs, falling rocks, a steep climb, and a reminder to be courteous to others sharing the potentially deadly pathway with you. Praia de Boa Viagem. Huge, sandy beaches, breathtaking sunsets, ideal climate, near proximity to urban nightlife, and warm, clean, ocean waters. Seems like the suitable holiday, right? If it wasn't for the sharks from everywhere in the world. Praia de Boa Viagem has long been one among Brazil's most reliable vacation spots for tourists. The picturesque beach has been plagued with shark attacks since 1992. Between 1992 and 2012, there had been 56 shark attacks on the seaside. That's still less than Australia. However, people have a better risk of walking far away from a shark attack in Australia than they do at Praia de Boa Viagem. The sharks in question are bull sharks. Complicated, because they have a tendency to just like the shallow coastal waters that they come to be sharing with swimmers and surfers. Tiger sharks also are thought to be a bigger part of the problem, although much less evidence has been discovered in their attacks than of bull sharks. The beaches of Acapulco. Acapulco is a name that's been synonymous with one of the most enjoyable, luxurious holiday spots that people can easily get to. Beaches and pleasant climate. Big town blocks constructed with the comfort of travelers in mind. Unluckily, those town blocks are in a city that has against the law rate that's nearly 30 times higher than the American average. As recently as 2013, The murder rate was 142 per 100,000 residents. And despite the fact that the town is quick to point out that it's primarily drug associated and now not tourist-centric in any respect. 200 murders in January and February of 2013. There's also no public data. That info just weathers the highest attention of regulation enforcement patrols, or simply where the murders occur. According to the United States Department of State's Mexico travel warning, they suggest that in case you do visit Acapulco, stay in specially designated visitor areas. Plan relaxation stops carefully. Ensure you have got enough fuel to get you through the shady areas outside the visitor spots. And travel through air when possible.